Up. The Hunger is an excellent draw here. It uses up Castle Zemo without sending anything across for us. The only reasonable way to buff Iska, in my opinion, is Fantastic Car. Yeah, I think that's probably a good take, Derek. Faye, hey, thank you for the 31 months. Morning, good morning. And Sabian, thank you for the almost 5 years. Rhino's good with Juggernaut, too. Gives us 2 different numbers. Well, if they don't have Shang-Chi yet, they're hoping for him with the 10 rings into the nowhere. Yawgmoth! Thanks for bargaining here with Hoaglandia for the last 2 years. Red Trunks, thanks for always being around. Good morning, good morning. What are my options to hit here with this? They're all pretty decent, right? It's Grandmaster would suck, but the other 4 are pretty good. Playing Teenage Warhead into my lane that has Juggernaut and the zombie horde in it is like certainly a choice. And now I have a 7-power Nightcrawler to boot. This is gonna trigger him. Is it? This will go to 7. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Yeah, I think we're good. Yes. Excellent. Cool. Morning, Bendy. Alright, and even if we would have lost the Cannonball 50-50 there, we were still winning because of Juggernaut in the middle. Morning, Young. I think the objective interface element is really good. They crushed it. Agree. I was worried you were up all night. No, I get a decent night's sleep. I slept for like a solid 5. I was intending to sleep for 6, but my 5-year-old came into the room and woke me up. She's 5 3/4 now, right? She is 5 3/4. Rhino did die, poor guy. What do we think of this into Grandmaster this? It's bad if we Absorbing Man. Probably good enough, though. I guess if I top deck Absorbing Man next turn, I can still play him. I think I want him into the danger room. It's close though. And unfortunately, our opponent is probably an Absorbing Man deck. I can add 9 more on the left, but that's not quite enough, yeah. Oh, are they gonna try and high roll Zola? Or 66% then?
Hail Hydra!
Oh, Marble Snap. Hey, thanks for the 34 months, broski. Appreciate it. Welcome back. If we Absorbing Man Grandmaster to put the Iron Lad center, we could beat an Absorbing Man of their center, would we? We might have. And it probably would have beaten the Arnim Zola there too, right? That's a good catch, Derek. So we could have beaten both of their lines effectively with a different line ourselves. All right, that's a good one for us. Oh, would we have not beat it because the food was already big? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, I have to go back and count. Hey, Mez, thank you. I saw that in my alerts this morning. I just had my Iska get hit with a fastball special, and then I doubled my ass down to -10. Oof! That's funny. That's good. That's good, clean metagaming right there. Also, just to make it clear, chat, because I know I said I was up past midnight last night, and then we're back today. I've currently consumed 0 caffeine this morning. All natural. Oh, Juggernaut. Are you dying, bud? Are you dying? I feel like I want to do this, so if I top deck Giant Man, we're in a better spot. Alright, that probably means we're cooked. I just can't fathom not snapping me there, right? What a wild choice. Okay. To set a low bar, I think the opponent's deck is a better Nexus deck than we are.
Escaped.
I don't know what that means, Carlos. What is a miracle deck in the context of Marvel Snap? Blessed by Jesus. Well, I hear Trump is gonna bring Jesus back, chat, as he barrels us towards Armageddon. Chat, if you don't want to be like Jeff and be like me who hates coffee, Advanced GG has you covered. Jeffy's that has a code. That's true. If you do need a caffeine pick-me-up, Advanced, we have an Advanced code. I like my hydration mix from Advanced. Just drinking water will make you more active than you think, gamers. Chocolate milk, the drink of champions. I always knew my 5.5-year-old was a champion. Truly, truly fantastic. Iska's a lovely draw. Gives me something to do with all this extra energy.
Opponent snapped.
Iska with Hood is interesting. Yeah, we played an Iska Sentry deck that was very good yesterday. There were a few Iska Sentry Annie variations that had decent stats on Untapped when we looked this morning. I have not liked Sentry and Hood with I've not liked Sentry and Hood with Sabah. They felt that felt clunky. Alright. Hopefully our zombies land center here. Nice, sometimes lucky. Rubber ducky. So, Sabah in nowhere. He can still transform, but when he transforms, his on reveal won't happen. So the opponent's not going to get a swap here.
Gotta run, honey.
It's a shame nowhere is in the center. This is gonna be how big? I think it's this. Just figure they're not contesting here with Iska. We play for the other two as best we can. I'm adding 5 center while adding a bunch on the right here. Oh wow, they did play for left. That's interesting. I guess I'm only getting +3 with Iska there, so. Oh, did I miss my objective? Oh, because I turned the zombie horde into the same power as Giant Man. So we missed the objective. That's funny. I missed that in my quick counting. Move 1-8 cubes. Casual 8,400 alliance points after the first day of the week. Do objectives stay achieved or can they go away? So all of our existing objective cards have a trigger that happens that doesn't get undone when the objective happens. So Juggernaut gives himself 6 power that you could then like Shadow King away. Sabah transforms. We were live for a little over 14 hours yesterday. What was my stream summary say? 14 hours and 20 minutes, plays it.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
Do objective completions get stopped by Cosmos? So, no, but also yes. And Sabah's objective transforms him into an on-reveal card, so Cosmos stops and Sabah. He still gets 3 points of power, but he won't swap something. But like, Juggernaut's not impacted, because he's just giving himself stats. So, fun fact, when Absorbing Man copies Zombie Fantastic, he also gains the Activate, because he takes the whole text box here, which is fun. Let's tap both of these, because this could be hitting Giant Man. Does this banish him? I don't think so, right?
I am reborn.
How is Juggernaut treated? Can he be Shadow King? When his objective is complete, he gives himself a bonus. So yes, he can be Shadow Kinged. I can't trigger my Horseman of War here, can I? I could if Iska. If Iska does. Objectives always happen after all end of turn stuff. All right, Helicarrier going, I would say hopefully means we win the right, and then we're good to go here. Helicarrier in your Dracula deck seems hella suspect. Seems, how we say, not great. A snap man akin to Florida man, something like that.
Opponent snapped. Snap.
Oh, by the way, because we've been talking about it a little bit, it looks like the Texas Senate primary was finally called for Tallarico over the evening. It looked like it was leaning that way as we were signing off last night, but it is official now. He will be the Democrat nominee for that state. Sabador goes after Essex Lab? Is that right? Am I understanding that correctly? let's confirm. I'm pretty sure the location goes first and objective is the last thing, but let's do a little science experiment here. Yep. Cerebro 8! What a fucking gamer. Wait, no, this is a 9 power thing. I'm deeply confused. So is the opponent, apparently. I wonder if the opponent hasn't played in a while and didn't realize White Tiger has a 9 power cat now. Thanks for being a good space for us to be in as the world is burning. Thanks for burning down here at Hoaglandia with us, half. We do what we can because we must. Alright, we can take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. I think I want to play some more with this. Isuka's been a little whatever here. She's just kind of a generic stat stick with those synergies that I haven't liked. I think I want to diversify my stats for Juggernaut Horseman of War. We're going to take an ad roll. I'm going to swap out Isuka for something else. So we'll play some more of this when we get back. We're taking viewer decks all day today. If you've got something to send in, you can use the links above the chat to do that. Thanks for hanging out today, gamers. Don't go anywhere. What about Shang-Chi for Isuka? I really don't want Shang-Chi in my Sabah deck, I don't think. Hey, Simo. Thank you for the gift sub. Appreciate that. Good morning. Do we put Magus in? I feel like I want a stat line I don't have in my deck already. Four. Yeah, I only have 1 4. That could be okay. And Jeff is pretty reasonable at both enabling and when you flip it out of Isuka. I don't hate that. And the movers have decent synergy with Zombie Scarlet Witch. Rocket and Groot. Rocket and Groot's interesting, but the scaling power on it can actually be kind of problematic for enabling Juggernaut.
Snap! Opponent snapped.
that's annoying. Hopefully this is a Scarlet Witch friendly location. I accept. It means my zombie can't land here, but it's a place I can cleanly play a bunch of stuff out to. This doesn't work because the locations go first again, yeah? That's so annoying. What's been your favorite new deck to play so far this season? We played a Moon Girl deck yesterday that was completely my jam. I enjoyed it a lot. If this gets 6, I go to 18. I only have small things in my deck. That's sad. We're beating that, yeah? Very noise? Very noise? Where can you find the Moon Girl deck? There was a highlight on my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/Jeff Hoagland. A sweet deck highlight uploaded 7 days a week at 7 a.m. Central, sometimes twice a day. Like yesterday when the new season kicked out. We had a Jane Jaw deck for Sabador post late last night, and then the Moon Girl deck posted earlier this morning. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to not miss any of the sweet decks we'll be featuring here after this new season is rolled over. A lot of awesome things to talk about. The Moon Girl highlight was longer than typical because, man, do I love Moon Girl.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
That could have gone worse. Got to keep my Grandmaster at least. Zombie Horde landing on the left means I could potentially just contest that location without ever triggering it, which is nice. Rocket pad. Do, 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 do. Scarlet Witch, Jeff, Zombie Mr. Fantastic are all good. Rhino's fine. Absorbing Man is bad. Says a couple of good hits. If Iron Lad copies Hunger, you get the effect that he stays on the board. Actually, just did that a game ago. Just had that one go up. If we sequence like this, Nur pulling Absorbing Man will Absorbing Man Nur, which is kind of sweet. Round and round
Victory.
the board they go, where they stop, only Brood knows. Yeah, our deck has not been good at triggering Juggernaut. And I'm not quite sure if I want a different card in Juggernaut slot, or if I want to try and work harder to enable him. I think my gut is like I might just want a different card in his slot. Juggernaut's objective seems to be in that sweet spot of not that hard to trigger, but also not trivial. Yeah, I think that's a great assessment. It's like, it's not free, but also like it's not impossible. We play Surge, maybe? Again, trying to min-max our lower cost things a little bit to get bigger points on average out of Sabador. does Mr. Fantastic buff Apocalypse? I think he does, yeah? Order! Order in the court. I'm not on a line. You're on a line. We should activate after Rhino. If I activate after Rhino, my absorbing man is one smaller. So it's not strictly correct on the order. It's about, do I want to hit, do I want 1 point here or 1 point here? I think I wanted 1 point here because I felt like we were further ahead in the center. I was adding 7, 8 there already. Yeah, wasn't giving us another point. It was just changing where the point was at. Axe, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a ton of great people you can send that to on Twitch every month. Thanks for sending this for this month and keeping me around. I think I'm gonna swap out Juggernaut, and honestly, I'm gonna try Zombie Sentry. He seems pretty okay to flip out a Sabador in the late game. So another 4 power thing. Well, I guess the powers don't matter if I'm cutting the Juggernaut. Gosh, I'm playing Jeff the Baby Landshark and Nightcrawler in a deck and not feeling embarrassed about it. What lovely balance, GG's.
Snap.
Fill this up on the right.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, Magus with Zombie Scarlet Witch is an interesting consideration. That could be in contention for the slot as well. It's kind of an annoying one. Our lack of interactive bits is a little unfortunate. You know, maybe we're supposed to put Sabador on the right. Red Guardian could be a good option for some of these slots I'm considering here as well. We weren't up too much past midnight. Ended up being live for about 14 hours yesterday, or 14 and a half. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Destiny. I'm curious, with your longer stream, it dropped yesterday, was a notable increase in views of revenue, or was it roughly average? Yeah, market increase in views of revenue. What was it? Looks like I average about 150 more subscriptions on the Twitch side, which for people who aren't familiar, subscriptions on Twitch are direct support. They're not just like clicking a follow button like on YouTube. And as far as viewer count goes, are we winning this? I think we're winning this. What was our average viewer count yesterday? Our average viewer count yesterday was close to, that's like 250% higher than it has been in the past. Oh, Baku got us. Rip. Rip. So I was live for 14 hours yesterday because there were increased metrics. Which, speaking of, if you enjoy my stuff and want to keep my butt in the seat all day again, I have bandwidth and have cleared my schedule to be able to stream all day today and tomorrow. So if we break 1,000 concurrents on Twitch, which we're close to already this morning, my plan is to again stream as late as past midnight, as long as the numbers justify it. Hey Jeff, expecting my first kid any day now, any tips? Yeah, sleep now. Remember that you and your partner are a team, and you should not keep score when it comes to things that you are doing to help keep the child alive. Especially if you are not the birthing parent, you should make sure you're doing what you can to support the birthing parent as much as possible. Yes, you are a team and the child is the enemy. I don't know, enemy is a strong word, but I understand where your head's at. Children are really easy right after they are born. And then somewhere in like the 5 to 9 month range, depending on the child, they're gonna start rolling over, and then all bets are off. Once your child is capable of independent movement, they become a tiny suicide machine, and your job as a parent is to make sure they fail. Sharp corners, staircases, light, electrical sockets, like basically anything that can injure your child, they're gonna run headfirst full speed at. And you should make sure that there aren't options for them to get injured on. My poor zombie, Mr. Fantastic.
Clear for takeoff.
Sabador's gonna swap this out for something else eventually, so that's nice. We can slide our crawler into the altar of death. Tiki woman, thank you for the 17 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. OPR, thank you for the brand new primer. Oh, that's a little awkward. I was kind of hoping he'd stay in my deck. I guess I have Absorbing Man in my deck, so I get to do this, and then this could turn into Absorbing Man. Okay, I know this is fine. You like Shake Cheater Shadow King tier? Fucking got me. When you have won the altar of death.
Victory.
And then they become teenagers, which means sleepless nights for whole different reasons. Yeah, not quite at that point yet. They countered the end Sabah, but at what cost? Everything. Everything is the answer to that question. The big thing Twitch drops does for revenue, to go back to Destiny's question from earlier while we're in the middle of that game, is that I don't have an exact number because I wasn't counting it, but like anecdotally, we probably had 10 times as many first-time Twitch Prime subscription during yesterday's long stream than I had in the stream in the previous 10 months without drops that had the most brand new Prime subs. And that's the big thing. The big thing Twitch drops does for creators like myself to like have an audience on YouTube and an audience on Twitch is that it brings people to Twitch that like enjoy my stuff that aren't normally on the platform, and then it reminds them that like they have free money from Jeff Bezos that they can give to me. So like without Twitch drops, my paid subscriptions have stayed relatively stable despite the total average viewer count drop off without Twitch drops. But the amount of Prime subscriptions I had definitely cratered over the last 10 months without that kind of monthly reminder to, oh, hey, there's a thing, I'm gonna go watch Jeff. Oh yeah, I have this thing I can give Jeff that doesn't cost me anything. You're legitimately describing exactly what I just did. Yeah. Is Prime less value for you? I get less money for a Prime sub than a paid sub, but a Prime sub is significantly more money than no subscription. Prime subs typically vary between 1 to 2 USD depending on where you're Prime subbing from. It's a proportion of how much you pay for Prime. And then, what was I gonna say? Paid subs, I get 70% of whatever you spend on the paid sub. Not Astronaut, thanks for the primer. We have the power. Ooh. All right, so this is Zombie Giant Man every time, assuredly, yes. Could be Grandmaster too, though, in which case we'll play it over here. So you're not gonna complain about how I fold my dollars before I give them to you. Absolutely not. Rhino. They're gonna add 4 more here, up to 19. This is gonna be 5, 921 in the bill. You tie 19. No, I'm only going to 17 over here, right? Rhino before Mr. Fantastic. Rhino before Mr. Fantastic doesn't matter. Oh yeah, only 18. I forgot the Rock gets one. You know what I could do? Is I could do this, and then Zombie Giant Man can land here. That's the play.
There's no strings on me.
That's the play to win line. Honestly, very close. Hey, Fractured Thino, thank you for the 6 months in advance. I plan to be here. Thanks for keeping me around. And all the new subscribers, by the way, if you enjoy the vibes here of the channel and you want to chat with me and other like-minded individuals, be sure to pop in the supporter Discord server, by the way. And a very active community in there for Marvel Snap, all sorts of video games, politics, sports, food, basically any topic you can think of. Prime sub, paid sub, regular sub, YouTube membership, any way you support directly gets you full access to the server. There's also an announcements channel to keep up with, like, when I'm going live and stuff. Good discussion places as well. Like, I think one of the greatest testaments I could give that Discord server, because, like, the regulars know how aggressively I tend to moderate my social media spaces. That Discord server has been around for... Gosh, when? I can click on myself to find out when I joined, right? Almost a decade. July 2016. And I'm pretty sure our band list is close to, if not single digits in it still. In a decade. I think I could look at how many people we've banned, right? Server settings, members. Is there a band? A check band button in here? Bans. Oh, I guess I've had to ban spammers since I opened up the... Since we opened up the announcements channel. I've had to ban some people for spam. But they weren't actually in the community. I'm pretty sure it's single digits in a decade of people who were, like, supporters that ended up getting banned. I think I was banned. Literally never subscribed to the channel. That's a good reason to ban you in Twitch chat, though. And again, just like stuff like that, you know, just really doesn't happen when you have the kind of small test of you have to spend a little bit of money to be here. People are less likely to show up and tell a bald-faced lie. Is there any chance they were just joking? Okay, so here's a little tip about how jokes work, chat. Jokes are supposed to be funny, so if no one laughs, you weren't just joking, you were being a dick. Good general life lesson for folks. Did Jeff even sleep? I did. I slept for like 5.5 hours. Feeling okay. That's not too much less than I typically get. So we're adding 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over here up to 14. We're adding 9 in the middle, and then I'm losing 9 here, but I'm also gaining a good chunk back. We're adding 4 from where I was on the right. 1 my coin flip. Oh baby, oh baby. Hey, what a gnome. Thanks for always being here. I really hate the culture of people saying they were trolling on the internet or whatever, because a lot of the time when people try and say, I'm just being a troll, basically what they mean is they're social litmus testing. They know they're being an asshole or shitty in some way, and they're just testing the waters for the group that they're in to find out what level of shitty / being an asshole they're allowed to get away with. The whole I'm just trolling just gives cover to people that like want to be shitty. Right? It's like to come full circle on talking about Twitch drops. It's been a long time. You know, Dara's fast drops grift, where people tell you, oh, fast drops is just a joke. Haha, don't take it so hard. Unless, of course, you're someone who's brand new to the stream and has no idea what Twitch works, and then fast drops means you think you're getting something out of it, so you sit there and watch them instead. Like, then it's not a joke, you know? It's a joke. It's a joke if you understand we're lying to you, but if you don't understand we're lying to you and it's to my benefit, like, you know, grift away, that type of thing. Hey, Lilford, thanks for the deck submission. I've got 2 more ahead of you, so we'll get started with yours in a little bit. I'm probably gonna play reasonable deck submissions for a little bit longer today than usual. We just wrapped up an hour with this one, so we're gonna have a long stream, so I want to fill it out. This build was fun. It's really, again, like, I feel like we're getting a good feel for Sabah. I was a little whelmed by him in our first few decks that we played, but as we've put him in more of these decks that have a little bit higher average power on the cards that he's hitting, I really feel like Rhino especially, Rhino and Debris feel really, really, really reasonable with him. Turning the rocks that you have to put in your deck into that is good. I think Dara stopped with the fast drops. No, I promise you could open his Twitch chat right now and scroll through it, and there's a number of people activating fast drops. I was morbidly curious to see if he gave up on that grift after 10 months without drops going on, so I opened his channel, and it was open for less than 60 seconds before I saw 3 different people enter the command. Still the same deeply crappy misleading it's always been. All right, we're gonna take a pause for the cause, let some adverts roll. When we get back, we have a request to play some Galactus from Hoaglandia, favorite red for life. So we're gonna man Spider Galactus people a little bit, and then we'll have a bunch more viewer decks up today. We got a long stream today. Gamers, don't go anywhere. Appreciate the folks dropping here at Hoag.